Can you guys see me? Hi, my YouTube cuties. I hope you can see me. I have no way of knowing whether this camera is properly aligned ever, and it makes me crazy. I'm going to have to figure out how to make that work better. You can come over here. Come here.
Yeah.
Today's vlog, today's Disney-related vlog, is going to be on Disney World and special needs. And the reason I know about it is because of this little guy. This is my little lion. Lion, say hi. What's your favorite part about Disney World?
Legos.
I can't get these kids. Legos has nothing to do with Disney World. What's your favorite part of Disney World?
Rides.
What ride?
All right.
Which one? Which one in particular? You have to have a favorite.
Okay.
Which one's your favorite ride?
Test track.
Test Track. Of course, that is the one ride that is closed this coming trip. But we'll get back on it soon. You know they're totally redoing it, right? It's going to be a whole new ride. We're going to have fun, aren't we? Are you excited for this upcoming trip?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, he is the reason that I know about the guest assistance card and guests with special needs. That's Brian the Lion. He's my youngest son. He was diagnosed at 2.5 with he's on the autism spectrum with something called PDD-NOS, which in a nutshell stands for Pervasive Developmental Disorder Not Otherwise Specified, which real quick means that he doesn't meet all the markers for full-blown or typical autism, but he met some of the markers. The doctor felt that he was too young to fully diagnose with autism, but he definitely needed services and that there was definitely a delay there. So we diagnosed him PDD-NOS, and PDD-NOS, you can certainly look it up online and do your homework on it, but basically the way it manifests itself in Bridal Eye is that our social skills are not quite that, they're delayed. They're definitely very delayed. He is the sweetest, kindest, most gentlest child ever until he decides not to be. My friend Sarah nicknamed him the Raptor, and I love that name because it's so fitting. He's really cute. You look at him and you're like, oh, you're so sweet and kind and innocent and gentle, and then he pops you in the face and tries to eat your head. And you have no idea what just happened to you, and then he's gone. He goes like that. He's a hair trigger temper. But he's an overall awesome munchkin. But he is a rock star, and he does not do lines. He does not wait on lines. He will not wait on lines. A long line is a definite guaranteed temper tantrum. So upon our first trip, or after he was diagnosed, the first trip after he was diagnosed, I did my homework and I went online and I found out, I knew that Disney had to have something available for parents and families with special needs, some sort of accommodation, because that's just how Disney is. They think of everything, and everything that they do 100%, and they set the standard, as far as I'm concerned, for the rest of the industry, and the way things should be. So, lo and behold, indeed, they did have something called a guest assistance card, and I actually went hunting for one because we have a ton of them from past trips, and I can't find a single one to show you what it looks like. Basically, it's a card. It's about this big. It's red and white, and you have to go to... Well, on our first trip, we brought a doctor's note, but apparently that's not necessary. If you feel more comfortable bringing a doctor's note, absolutely, by all means, bring one, just stating what your child or family member's diagnosis is and why you need the guest assistance card. And I can obviously only speak to my uses of the guest assistance card and how it's worked for my family, how it's made our vacations a ton better. And certainly you should do your own online homework as to other uses or other reasons that the guest assistance card may be available to you or your family. Find out what other disabilities may benefit from the card. I can tell you, as I said, Brian has a hard time waiting. He's very instant gratification, very now, very me-centered. And that's not because he's a brat or because he's, a selfish kid. It's just because it's the way his brain works. So every time we go to Disney World, we get the guest assistance card, and I wish I had one to show you, but they stamp on it. Each card gets individually stamped. You tell them your family name, how many people in your party, and the last day of your trip, and they fill it out for you, and then they stamp it with whatever the appropriate accommodation is. That's the word. The appropriate accommodation is. So For us, it allows us to, and we never ever jump lines. I want to put that out there before I tell you what this is. We never ever get ahead of any of you. We never get front of the line treatment. It does not work like that. The guest assistance card will never ever allow you to cut a line, ever. You will never ever be able to jump to the front of the line with a guest assistance card. That's just not how it works. That would be completely unfair. And I would never accept that as an amenity because that just seems wrong. However, what it does do is it allows us to gain entrance to rides via the Fast Pass line without a Fast Pass. And it doesn't matter if the Fast Passes are sold out for that day. It doesn't matter if they're testing these new things now. The Fast Pass, they've got the times that you can come back on them. That doesn't apply to the guest assistance card or the version of the guest assistance card that we get. Our card allows us to hop on the Fast Pass line at any time. And we do absolutely wait on the lines. Fast Pass lines, as you know or may not know, they're a line. Sometimes you'll breeze through, sometimes you will wait. We've waited 20 minutes on a Fast Pass line. We've waited no time on a Fast Pass line. If there is a line, we wait, just like everybody else with a Fast Pass. It's not a guaranteed head of the line admission by any stretch. It's not a line cutting thing. And I have to tell you honestly, I kind of hesitated to do this video simply because I know that there are people out there that are less than scrupulous and that will attempt to get a card to abuse the system. And I really hope that none of the people that are watching this, none of you guys are that kind of person, because Disney offers this as an amenity, as a way to help those of us that would otherwise not be able to visit Disney World or would not have as good a time in Disney World without the card. So I really encourage you to just listen to your moral compass, listen to your inner Jiminy Cricket, and don't be a jerk about this. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. Don't think you're getting one over on Disney by getting one of these cards, because you're not. All you're doing is, creating bad karma for yourself. But having said that, I know that none of you are the kind of person that would abuse this system, because those are just not the kind of people that would subscribe to my blog. Just not the kind of people that I would hang out with. So, yes, absolutely. If you have a child with disabilities, and I know that they have wheelchair accommodations as well, they have accommodations for the elderly. They have, as I said, there are different types of Fast Passes. Not Fast Passes, there are different kinds of guest assistance cards. There are different things that they can stamp on it depending on what your needs are. And it may turn out that they may not be able to meet your needs. That's also a possibility as well. And you should be prepared to go in, ask for a guest assistance card, and find that they cannot accommodate you. I have never seen that happen, and I hate to say that Disney would not be able to accommodate somebody, but I am sure that it happens, and I don't want to set you guys up for disappointment. Like I said, go online, do your homework, do your research, do a Google search for Disney guest assistance card. But we have found it to be an absolute lifesaver for our family. It has really saved many trips for us, simply because it keeps the harmony going in my family, and nobody wants to kill each other quite as much. So that is it. That is my today vlog on guest assistance cards. If I can find one, I will take a picture of it and put it up. If not, I won't. But you should definitely do your homework and check it out. And please, again, if you don't really need a guest assistance card, I would really encourage you to ignore this video and not even pretend you don't even know about it. I think that's it. Yeah. Peace out, my peeps.